Hey, what's up, everybody? Tuning in here for a water cooler update just to kind of talk a little bit about some of the things that have been going on. Here we are coming into, this is the start of the second quarter for us as a company, and a lot kind of happened here in the first. So today I'm going to do a little bit of a review on some of what we accomplished last quarter and what's kind of coming up here in the near future. There's a lot going on here, and quarter two of this year is going to be pretty ambitious, pretty unique, and some cool stuff coming up. So I'm looking forward to talking about it. Just kind of starting out here with Q1 of 2022, kind of what we went in expecting and what we went in and accomplished. We've talked a lot about these more like B2B type of products. That was a big focus coming into Q1. We did hit our goals. We did build exactly what we were trying to. It's up there. It's live. It seems to be working great. I do anticipate that is going to be a more public-facing tool in the future. So currently this is more internal, but it's a cool target to hit, and I'm looking forward to that being more public-facing in the future as that continues to grow and expand. We did add on several new blockchains, including Ontology. So that's super exciting. We have a couple of additional version 2s that were completed as well. These would be things like BTTC, Tron, and Phantom, all of which were completed in Q1, which is great. Now we get into some of kind of the more interesting things that I think came out here right at the end, and that would be specifically the bridge. This is something we've been talking about now for a long time. It's been a big focus of ours since inception. And it's a complex thing that has a lot of moving parts to it. And I'm pretty happy with where we are today. So we have officially launched the bridge on all of the EVM compatible blockchains, which is great. It works a little differently than most typical bridge solutions. This is to bridge a native token. We're not doing a wrapped version of our token. When you bridge a token from Avalanche to Polygon, you're not getting a Avalanche or a Polygon wrapped version of Avalanche UNIFI. You're getting just UNIFI, which is the exact same thing. So that allows you to go back to Avalanche, or you can transfer it off to Harmony or Ontology or Ethereum, wherever you want, and you'll actually get that native version of that token, which is pretty cool. So that makes a lot of new opportunities here for us. So one of the things that we can kind of talk about today is liquidity has been a constant question. This has been a big topic. I've been answering a few questions as I've seen them pop up, but essentially when we operate a bridge like this, it does rely more on liquidity of those tokens on the various blockchains. So we did provide some seed liquidity to this ecosystem, which basically allows people to transfer from those different blockchains so they can receive the tokens that they desire. But at the same time, there's a liquidity page where you can kind of see what's going on and kind of where there's more liquidity and less. So with that being said, I know a few token pairs have been made. For example, on Polygon, there's been native token pairs made with UNFI, which is really cool, because as soon as those are made, that's an arbitrage opportunity. It's a piece of cake one too. You could take the token, you could buy it on Coinbase, you could bridge it to Polygon and sell it there and then transfer back, or vice versa. There's some very cool ways that you can kind of arbitrage now between these different blockchains, and it's great to see these new pairs being made. We're not making these; these are being made by the community that is out there, and there are a ton of new pairs to be made. You can see UNFI USDT pairs made on every chain that's out there. We don't have to do that. Anybody can. All you need to do is bridge the token and make the pair. So pretty cool. So I guess I'll kind of dive into some of the accomplishments that we have here. This is something we've been sharing around just a little bit. This is just like an internal sheet for kind of like fun. This is basically how we track some of the things that we have that are out there. We add things, remove things, new blockchains come on as we're building them, And so we get to kind of check them off, and we kind of get some idea of where we are. And basically, this would be more like our baseline build, right? This is like the foundation of everything else that we build on top of. So when you hear about things like B2B solutions, they're built on top of this structure. So the bigger this structure is, the bigger the other things are that we can build. And really cool stuff is coming. Some of the stuff that you can see down here, like Up V2, is going to be super exciting, and there's some more hints about that coming. So obviously, UNIFI was deployed on IoTeX, Harmony Ontology, Polygon, Avalanche, and Phantom. It was deployed on these blockchains so far. We also have, in terms of the bridge, that went live on Ethereum BSC, IoTeX, Harmony, Ontology, Polygon, Avalanche, and Phantom as well. So we have not yet announced the version 2 of Phantom, but as you guys can all see, that is out there. This is fully built and kind of operational. We're just kind of pending some last minute liquidity things just to make sure it's super usable, but that's great. It pushes us up well over 50%. Like I said before, most of these other things that are built, Tron version 2, done, ready to roll out here. Same with Phantom. These additional versions of UNIFI is something that we have to look into and kind of work towards. Staking, there could be some additional changes there. Governance is super cool. This is essentially like referendums and things like that. Not something that we could have before. Now it's something that can be built because we have a bridge, we have the token there, we're ready to go. Up version 2, something that's going to be coming in the near future. So that's super exciting. So with that being said, I think I'm going to dive into kind of the roadmap here. This is not really a forward-looking roadmap. This is a 5-year roadmap, as you can see, but I have not really, I'm not disclosing too much beyond what we have here. So just essentially, I think what happens is we kind of work in our own way. We have a set of goals internally that we're progressing towards. And I think publicly what that is it's really hard to kind of tell what those are just based off of the way that we're marching forward. But our goals are quite ambitious, and so we're not quite ready to come out with the details on what those are. That being said, the whole team kind of sat down. We had our big Q2 launch, and we actually did talk about this 5-year objective and kind of what we're working towards. It's something that is going to be coming out. It's going to be public. I anticipate it's going to be public here by the end of this quarter. It's going to be the first time that we've come out with something this far, this forward-looking. It's very ambitious. I would say this is this roadmap that we have is 4 years in the making. It took us 4 years to make a 5-year roadmap. It's ridiculous. It's basically 4 years in the making. It seems if you start here, a lot of what we're working towards, you can see the roots of it in our very first Reddit post when we came out in 2018. A lot of the things that we're trying to do, the ethos of the company, come out in our future plans, and everything we have here is a piece of that. So just taking a quick look, obviously in 2020, UNIFI token, Up token launch, basically our focus was on more sustainable ecosystem type of rewards based around a DAO. Very simple. We're going to build things that are going to be DeFi. There's going to be things that are not DeFi. There's going to be bridge stuff. There's going to be some other stuff too, but our ethos is going to be sustainable. We're going to build solutions and rewards that we feel are sustainable going forward, and we're going to manage those with a DAO. That was our message in 2022 at its root. So from there, obviously, UTrade popped up for version 1, as well as UNIFI staking. This was kind of a way to basically reward those that are coming in early to support us, offer up some staking opportunities and things like that. From there, UTrade version 2 was the next logical expansion there that basically allowed us to build a system that can be deployed on many more blockchains very quickly and many more into the future as well. It's still built around that up token, reward token, more sustainable token economy. So it's something that we know works on one chain and can continue to port to additionals. Obviously, there's a long path to go here to make this a viable alternative to maybe more inflationary type token economies that may not have value backing. But you have to start somewhere, and that's where we began. Referendums came out. We were up on, I think, whereas we launched on 3 blockchains, at this point we got up to 7, which is great. We kind of wrapped up 2021 with a big focus and huge investment on team, regulatory, and legal expansion. Basically taking care of the things that kill businesses, not just crypto businesses, but all startups, finding good strategic partners, going out and finding who the experts are in this field, making sure they're a part of our team, people we can leverage for these next kind of more ambitious things that we did intend to tackle and we've been tackling here in 2022. So that took us through 2021. We basically launched 2022 with a bit of a focus on leveraging some of the existing technology that we had for more of a B2B type of solution, and that was Darby. So that's kind of been the focus is, hey, we're kind of going to work with a couple of people, try and build more institutional grade things because that level of quality and effort and design is going to be leveraged again in the future. And that takes us through here to the end of Q1 with the bridge. So obviously, our wrapperless bridge came out, deployed on, or we're connecting the 11 different blockchains that we're on, and we did it in what we believe a more sustainable way by having a native version of our token. There's no honeypot where somebody can, break in, blow up the supply, or duplicate the supply because there's some wrapped version in that, and that undercuts the community held assets. Because it's a wrapperless token, basically the risk is not borne by the person that does the bridging. On a typical bridge, you give your tokens to that bridge. The token gives you back, or the bridge gives you back a wrapped version of that token. And so you end up with a bit of a hot potato there, where the user holds that liability. In ours, you don't. So there are some things to improve. There's some things to expand on, but I think that's a big point of what we're trying to do. And that takes us here into the future. We have a couple of things that we kind of know we're going to hit here in Q2, so they're going to be coming out. So there's it makes a lot of sense to mention them now. So there's going to be an upgrade in bond. Basically, this is something that we have been working on for most of Q1 as well. It's something that we anticipate is going to roll out across our entire ecosystem. It's going to be a pretty substantial upgrade, and it's going to be a necessary upgrade to the next steps that we have after this. Once we get past that, I would call this is basically the top piece of our roadmap. This is our baseline infrastructure. It's on top of this that everything for the next 5 years is built. So once we get to bond and upgrade, I think we're going to have a really nice system that some of these future things that we intend to push forward on can be built on. And that's kind of the way that we like to operate. So yeah, we killed it last quarter. We had some very ambitious goals, and we hit every one of them and more, which is great. This quarter, we also have some very ambitious goals. It's going to be a little different as we end, because we're going to try talking a little bit more about the future. But that's something cool too that I'm excited to dive into. So with that being said, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So that was great. There is a couple of talks and things like that coming out here in the future. I'm really looking forward to those. And as always, guys, post questions. I think I've been paying super close attention to Discord lately. So if you guys are out there, you're posting stuff there. I'm trying to be a little more active there, and on Twitter too, of course. So thank you all so much, and looking forward to keeping you all updated on what's going on and what's coming. And yeah, have a good one. Bye.